Seasons come and seasons go, and winter here in Colorado is finally here in full force. But that means we need to pull out all of our snow gear for our vehicles. And that usually involves a shovel, some jackets, typical things to put in the back, and of course a snow brush. But our snow brush has seen better days. It is looking ragged and we've been looking for a replacement. Well, lucky for us, JOYTUTUS has sent us a 47-inch expandable snow brush for our vehicles. So today we're gonna put it to the test and see if it's really worth all the hype. So let's get to it. Here is the snow brush as it comes. And so let's do the unboxing of this and see what actually comes inside the box so you know what to be prepared for. So this snow brush kit comes with everything you could possibly need. So let's open it up. And so these do come in two different sizes. We decided we wanted the longer one so we could use it in multiple vehicles. When we open the box, we can see that it comes with this really nice user manual. And this is of course for the 47-inch brush, but it'll be similar for the other type as well. And as you can see, the first language in here is English, but don't worry if you don't speak English, there are other languages in this as well. It shows you all the features and how to use them and what they're for. And then it also gives you a detailed installation. So we will cover this here in a minute in further detail. You get these amazing little gloves, and these will be super nice for anyone when you forget. Sometimes you're going to come from the office, you didn't bring your snow gloves because you didn't think it was going to snow. You can keep these in the kit and then have these for when that incident happens so your hands don't get all cold while you're brushing off your vehicle. This is the part of the squeegee part, which we will be assembling on, but as you can see, it is a nice sturdy rubber-like material. It's nice and flexible, and also it's made so that it doesn't scratch your glass. So that is super nice as well. Inside you also get this nice towel to kind of wipe things off. Of course, it is branded, so that is super neat. So it comes with this really nice storage bag so that you can keep all your pieces together in your vehicle, and the cute little snowflakes let you know what it is in case you forget by the time winter rolls back around. So the main pieces for this, you end up with this nice squishy handle here, which is super nice, and since it's not completely plastic, this is not going to get as cold as quickly on your hands should for some reason you don't have the gloves that they provided. And after removing the extra cardboard, here is the brush itself. It feels like a nylon material, but it's super soft, kind of like the snow brushes that aren't worn out that start scratching things, so that's really nice. And of course you have this squeegee end here as well, and this will attach into those poles. And of course, here is your ice scraper attachment, and we will get into what each of these features are in a minute. And here is the other part of the handle piece. And so that is everything that comes inside the box. So now let's move on to actually installing and putting everything together. But before we get the assembly done, you've noticed that I've taken this apart. And that's because I want to discuss the different features of this item, which I think is super handy. If you notice, it has these little tiny arrows here because it can be used for different things. And so that's important to know that this is a multi-purpose item that has different things you can use. So even if you're not using it for snow, you can even use one of these items to squeegee the windows on your car to get them cleaner. Pretty neat, right? But back to this. So this part here is actually your ice shovel. This is designed to quickly break through the layer of ice on any car glass. So sometimes you get that freezing rain and then it snows on top. This is going to take care of that problem. Now, what's the other sides? Well, let's move on to this one. So this side here, as you can see, it's your smooth side where it doesn't have this edging here. The smooth side here is actually your scraper for frost, and it's considered your snow shovel of the brush. It's made of high quality, low temperature resistant material, and it has rounded corners so that you don't hurt your glass. And what's really neat is if we look at this little guy right here. That is actually used to help clean off the little squeegee of the brush so that you don't damage that material. So you can technically you can take this little guy here and you can just clean that off without damaging anything, which is super nice. So this can stay nice and clean. So if you're getting some buildup there, you just take this and go straight across on it. So this one is called the wiper. And it is a shovel surface that is delicate and it's meant to not damage any paint or scratch glass as well. So as you can see, just this part alone is super versatile for your vehicle. So we're going to install it the way that we're going to need it for the morning because it's going to get kind of icy, and we will show you what it's going to look like. So to install this, you can see as it came here, you just pull this out, but I'm just going to push this back in. And so since I am going to need that ice scraping part, we are going to have this one, the ice shovel pointing, or the frost scraper pointing out where I need it. So I'm going to put this in here like this. You can see, and then we just push it, and nice click. It's all installed, and I also still have access to that cleaner if I need it, and if I need to change sides, all I do is pull up on that. So that's that piece. So the next part we're going to do is we're going to install it onto the handle, and as you can see here, this is super slick, and we're done. So that is handle number 1. As you can see, it is now assembled. So next we're going to add onto this end here. You're going to want to make sure to have this extender end here that going to the brush. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the piece I just put together and I'm going to push down on that button and I'll push them together. And it'll click here in a second. There we go. So now it's clicked, and now we have those 2 soft ends. As you can see, here's the end we haven't finished assembling yet. And then here's our ice scraper end. So now we're going to move on to installing the brush side. Same technique. You put that there, push down on this button here, and push together. And now it's locked into place. Now we can talk about how this extends. It can extend a little bit longer, so you end up having 47 inches total here, which is super awesome. So now that that's extended, we can pretty much reach any vehicle. But what's even better is you watch this. That rotates. So you don't have to use it in just one position. It can go to either side. It can go anywhere you need it to. Look at that. All these angles. That is pretty slick. So if you're in like a weird spot and you need a different angle on your vehicle, but you don't want to hit somebody else's car, you can adjust this however you need to.
3 days later.
So as you guys can see, it is officially winter in Colorado, and we've been getting snow on and off in the mountains, and it finally hit here down in the valley. But that gives us the opportunity to try out this awesome snow brush we got. So I purposely left our Subaru out last night because I knew we had a chance of snow, and it delivered so that I could show you guys how good this snow brush is. So let me get everything set up, and then let's show you how easy it is to brush off this car. First things first is I need to put on a set of gloves. Now remember that these come with a set of gloves in the kit in case it snows while you're at work or if you're on a trip and you didn't bring your gloves. So I won't be using these today. I'm going to be using my actual snow gloves, but let me just put these on real quick. And for reference right now, we started with some freezing rain last night, and so there's probably going to be a mix of ice on the car and snow on top. So this one, it'll be super interesting to see how well this snow brush does because it has that ice scraper on it as well. And so for the reference, the Subaru has not started up since about 6 o'clock last night. So it's been sitting there for over 12 hours. Well, the doors aren't frozen, so that's good. Typically, if I'm defrosting a vehicle, I would be starting it up, but I want to see how the snow brush does without any assistance. So here's the snow brush, and I have it set up just normal style and then with the ice scraping end because we had that freezing rain last night. So I'm just going to try the shovel end first and see how that goes. Oh, look at that. if I need a new angle on it, all I gotta do is push this head and move it around. Look at that. You get the side of the car nice and easy. And these bristles are so soft, I'm not worried about my paint. You know what's really impressive about this is I can reach the other side of the car with not even going over there. So if you're wondering if it's gonna be big enough for your job, I bet it will. It's like having a like Mr. Gadget arms. Look at that. With this, you're no longer that butthead on the road with snow on your roof that's making everybody mad. This is a game changer. So as you can see, this snow brush did a great job cleaning all of that off. The Subaru now looks acceptable to get on the road. So I'm gonna pull it back to the garage because I don't have to leave for a while. And it's still snowing, imagine that in Colorado. So now that we've had a chance and opportunity to use this snow brush on the Subaru, I can honestly say that it'll make a great addition to any vehicle. Like for our truck, I can really see this fitting in and not having any issues with any storage since it can be so compact. And it did an amazing job. I'm disappointed I didn't get to use the ice scraper end today, but I can honestly tell you that just the way the snow brush performed compared to our old brush, this one is definitely the ticket, especially with this rotating head. Like this made it easy to get in between the mirrors, and also being able to do this across the top of the Subaru really makes it a lot easier to clean, because a lot of times people don't clean that because it's hard to get to. This fixes that problem. And honestly, if you're looking for a nice snow brush replacement that feels good on the hands and does the job real quick, this is the ticket for you. And I am so glad that they sent this product to us. I can guarantee you, with living in the snows of Colorado, we'll be using this thing quite often. But for now, I'm gonna sign off and I'm gonna go put this away, and I'm gonna go warm up probably with some coffee because it's rather cold. But we'll see you next time.